Well, good morning, y'all, or good evening, or just hello in general, whatever time of day it is for you watching this. It's morning here in Nashville, Tennessee. Today is October the 27th, 2025. We're going to head out to Detroit, Michigan, by way of Richmond, Indiana. We're going to go all the way, avoiding highways on the GPS. And we're going in the Red Bean, the $1,000 auction car. As is. We're gonna see if it makes it. I mean, y'all saw maybe in the last video. If you didn't, I'll link it and you can go check it out. She was slipping a little bit into overdrive, so we're gonna avoid highways. We're gonna see if this $1,000 auction car can make it 1,000 miles. Now it's there and back from Nashville to Detroit, all back roads on the way there. Y'all stay tuned. All right, we have made it to the Red Bean. Gonna go ahead and load some stuff up. I got it loaded down. I really don't have a ton of stuff to bring with me. It's gonna be a pretty short trip. Some tools, a little bit of stuff just in case anything happens. Got the old GoPro mounted. We are getting ready to roll. Fusion got us here. Time for the previous gen little brother to get us all the way to Michigan. Fingers crossed, everybody. All right, y'all. It's that time. First start in a while. 2 weeks to be exact. And how about that? Like a brand new one. It's a good little car. I think we got it. We are about to get on the road. Miles into the trip. So far so good. I didn't even clean off the windshield on this thing. Maybe whenever I go to a gas station I'll finally clean off that auction stuff. Passing B&A right now at Nashville International Airport. A lot of folks would probably be like, why don't you just fly to Detroit if you want to see the Henry Ford Museum? Where would be the adventure in that? You know what I'm saying?
In half a mile, slight left.
Interesting little tidbit here. Ford recommends BP right on the gas cap. That must have been pre-Gulf explosion. It was just under a half tank, but still, that's crazy. Crazy cheap. Full tank. Gotta settle in with the creaks and rattles because it seems like they're here to stay with us. It's usually a little bit of a pet peeve of mine, but I think we can live with it. One thing though, I always said I wouldn't own a car without cruise control because I use it all the time. Here we are in a car with no cruise control, about to try to drive 1,000 miles. How about that? We got another early Focus behind us joining in on the trip. Transmission's acting extra funky right now. I think we still got it though, y'all. We're 36 miles in. Even avoiding highways, you ain't gonna avoid traffic, at least not all the time. That's quite loud and annoying. What is going on up there? They got a tractor or something about that, some country pole stuff. Less than 40 miles in, we've got a new development. Now the overdrive off light is blinking and it's yellow instead of steady on and green, so probably not the best thing in the world, but I mean, hey, we're still cruising. Quick little stop in Bethpage, Tennessee. We are going to wipe off the GoPro and reposition it. A little wet. Battery down to 25, wow. Also wanted to see if stopping would reset this overdrive off light blinking. All right, y'all, we have crossed the Kentucky state line. We're in the town of Glasgow, Kentucky now. Go ahead and pull over and get a little bite to eat. This seems to be a cool little spot. It's called Cowboys Country Cooking. We'll try out local spots along the way here. Let's go check it out. We're about to get back on the road. We just ate at the Cowboys Country Cooking. It was pretty good. I mean, especially for the price. It was a nice little experience. Everybody in there was super nice. Back on she goes, and back out we're about to go. On to Richmond, Indiana. Old downtown Glasgow, Kentucky. This area's definitely got some age to it. Oh, gotta put my seatbelt on. Super pretty little area. Kentucky. I mean, the converter is locked up tight. I can feel it going up this thing, and you can hear it. It's locked. I still don't even really know what the issue is, but hey, so far we just cruising. 15 miles from Abraham Lincoln's birthplace, huh? Sure is pretty though. There's the bean. She's been doing pretty good so far. Abraham Lincoln says his earliest recollection is at this place right here. It goes way on back there. Oh, that's nice. They got a little restroom and stuff back here. What a day to visit too. Nice little soaking rain. It was gorgeous. She starts again. Off we go. We are off to the races again. That was a cool pit stop. The Bardstown, Kentucky Welcome Center. It's an older Kentucky license plate there. Bloomfield, Kentucky. Another small town, looks pretty old. And just like that, we're through Bloomfield, Kentucky. The Grand Marquis on my tail. Box Panther. Only in rural Kentucky. You see somebody fuming in one of those on the back road with no headlights while it's raining. We're 174 miles in, so we're about a little more than halfway there. Doing good so far. Roller coaster up here. Bunch of farming communities one after the other on this route. Went ahead and stuck the GoPro out there on the hood. I'll get some POV. We're about to be 212 miles in. A little over 100 miles left to go today. About to get dark. We got about 40 minutes till it gets dark out. Rolling through one small Kentucky town after the next. A few of them don't even have red lights, just one stop sign towns. A lot of this stuff is really old. All really pretty. Got the Ohio River over here on our left. Across the bank is the state of Indiana. Still in Kentucky right now, but pretty soon we'll be crossing over the river. That bridge right there. Crossing over the Ohio River from Kentucky into Indiana. More to discover in Indiana. Well, let's see. Here we are in the backwoods of Indiana, y'all. This is rural, eastern, central-ish Indiana. Really out in the middle of nowhere. I'll have to stop and get some gas here soon. I think there's a gas station coming up in about 7 miles, so gonna definitely stop at that. Car's still been doing good. 298 miles now on this trip so far. We got less than 50 left. I have to look at my map. It's desolate back here, no doubt about that. We're gonna go ahead and pull over and grab some gas. First gas stop since Nashville, not too bad. We are in Stevetown, Indiana, I believe it is. 52 pickup. I wonder if it's named after the card game. So far, the red bean is killing it. Don't want to jinx myself by saying it too much. Got some little shakeage to her still, but you know, what are you gonna do? That thing's full when it's full, ain't it? Alright, we'll call it good. If there's any out here. Okay, yeah, Brookville, Indiana. That's not as fun of a name as Stevetown. But somewhere on the map right around here it says Stevetown, which is Way funnier. Next stop, Motel 6, Richmond, Indiana. Done with fuel stop number 2. I'm not gonna reset the trip meter because I'm leaving the same trip meter for the whole trip. This is Main Street in Brookville, Indiana. Speed limit is 20 through here. Nice little downtown. Can't even get away from Dollar General in the downtown around here though. It's quiet. Could this be foreshadowing for tomorrow morning? That is the Motel 6 in Richmond, Indiana, which means the Red Bean has officially made it. 340.5 miles down today. I'm proud of her. To the motel we go. Well, good morning, y'all. We're coming to you from the Motel 6 here in Richmond, Indiana. It's the beginning of day 2 of this road trip in the Red Bean. Let's see how it gets on. How about that? There it is, folks. The Uranus Fudge Factory, where the best fudge comes from. Uranus. We are going to enter Uranus, as the sign says. Gotta follow directions. Uranus is open. Fudge, candy, gifts, and fun. Quite the step up to get in here. There you go, keep Uranus clean. You heard it here first. Hi, good morning. Oh, I feel like I'm in the giant Uranus. It is kind of. Well, we just got our fudge packed at Uranus Fudge Factory. Now we're gonna go to the Bicycle Museum of America in New Bremen, Ohio. So we're headed into New Paris, Ohio right now, and according to the sign at the beginning of this little strip of town, the song Up on the Housetop was written here in 1864, the Christmas song. Interesting little tidbit. Also, I've never seen that on a sign before. The fountain drink price, another small little old school downtown antique shop. Bunch of really old houses here. So pretty and wide open out here. Alright, we're here in New Bremen, Ohio. Should be coming up on this bicycle museum soon. There it is, bicycle.
Your destination is on the right.
About to turn over 400 miles on this trip. So far, so good. Original uncrated condition from 1913. Machine gun tandem tricycle, huh? Here's a more modern version. It's cool to see this as part of the Schwinn exhibit. My grandparents had one of these at their house when I was a kid. I used to always ride on it. I up the gauges on this thing. Look at that advertisement for it from like probably the 70s or 80s. Schwinn over to the left, a bunch of Huffy stuff, Ranger. I never knew there was a bicycle version of the Bandit. That's cool. The Huffy Bandit. Complete with the banana seat and all. So I have to say, I didn't expect to walk out of the bicycle shop and see this in New Bremen, Ohio. That's interesting. Rolls-Royce Cullinan. How about that? Well, the bicycle museum was actually way cooler than I thought it would be. I hope y'all enjoyed checking it out with me. I'm about to go try out a little hometown restaurant here in New Bremen, Ohio. It's locally owned. It was recommended by the girl at the bicycle shop. We were pulling up at Bolly's restaurant. It's like a good old hometown place. Just what I'm looking for. I was getting a little bit tired, so I decided to pull out some of this Uranus fudge from earlier. Give it a try. Sorry about the camera work. One-man operation this time around. But this fudge, it's true what they say. The best fudge really does come from Uranus.
Welcome to Michigan.
Interim, Michigan. This is the first time I've ever been here. There's not even a sign for it here on this little tiny road. It's called County Road 7. We have about an hour and a half yet to go. Maybe a little bit less than that. 50, 55 more miles. Just broke the 500 mark. Car's doing great. Still a bunch of wide open land out here. Here we are at the Michigan Assembly Plant, formerly known as the Wayne Stamping and Assembly Plant. This is where the Red Bean was built 18 years ago. All right, well, the Red Bean has made it home. The prodigal son has returned. Well, that was cool, y'all. We made it to the Michigan Assembly Plant here in Wayne, Michigan. The Red Bean made it 560 miles from Nashville, Tennessee to the assembly plant where it was built. We're halfway to 1,000 miles, a little bit more than that. Once we make it back to Nashville, we'll be over 1,000 miles on this $1,000 auction car. 560 miles, about 2 tanks it used. That was really cool. Off we go to the Airbnb. Here we are. This is the Airbnb. Cool old house. Definitely a historic neighborhood, that's what it said at the front. Cool. We have made it. 563.1 miles from where we left the storage unit in Nashville all the way up to this Airbnb here in Wayne, Michigan, Westland, Michigan, whatever you want to call it, right outside of Detroit. I'm gonna unload the car, take a little breather, and then maybe we'll ride into downtown later on tonight and see what's going on. Nice little place, got a washer and dryer. Not a bad little place for under $200 for 2 nights. Here we are at the Ford World Headquarters. This building is massive. The camera doesn't do it justice at all. Okay, there's some people walking out right there, so that gives some scale. Here's the bean here at Ford World Headquarters. Henry Ford II actually hated tiny cars. He didn't even want the Fiesta to be built in 1980. So he probably would hate that the Focus is sitting here right now, but oh well. It's part of the story, Mr. Ford II. A Fordson mark, pretty cool. And so is that newfangled full screen on that thing, boy. I ain't seen one of them yet. One of the most Detroit experiences ever, listening to Bob Seger after just leaving the Ford Piquette plant. and headed to another plant. So there's Lafayette Coney Island, and then there's American Coney Island, and they're apparently rivals. American Coney Island is closed. Lafayette Coney Island is open 7 days a week, so that's a win to begin with. And I've also heard that Lafayette is better anyway, so that's the one I'm gonna try. There's the Bean, a little bit of the Detroit skyline here, and then across here, Windsor, Ontario, Canada. That'd be a hell of a swim. Super pretty at night. This is a really cool building too, the General Motors Renaissance Center. It's hard to get the scope of it on camera, but it's pretty awesome. Good morning from Westland, Michigan, y'all. I'm here in the backyard of my Airbnb. It's a super nice morning. It's real crisp and pretty out here. Birds are chirping, going crazy. We're about to head out to the Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn. Let's go see what they got, y'all. I'm looking forward to it. Cold start time in the Bean from Michigan. It's not that cold, but let me have my fun, all right? Started right up, y'all knew. She's a good ride. I ended up making a little pit stop for breakfast on the way to the Ford Museum. If you're ever in the Detroit area, I highly recommend Avenue Brunch House in Dearborn. This sandwich was called the Detroiter, and it was absolutely insane. It was a brief ride over from the breakfast spot here to the Henry Ford. We'd made it. There's the Welcome Center right there. Oh, excuse my hand. First day on the job. There's cars with plates from all over the country here. I saw the one next to me is from Texas. This one right here in front of me is from Wisconsin. Normal Michigan peoples. So as y'all can probably already tell, this place is insanely massive. Looks like there's multiple field trips here today. There is a ton of kids around. They're so loud, but it's about to be time for them to go home. So. This was one of the most unexpected things I saw here at the Henry Ford, the actual chair that Abraham Lincoln was shot in. There was no way to really capture the scale of this thing on camera. This thing was massive. The Henry Ford itself is 500,000 square feet. Oldest surviving American automobile. How about that? There it is, the Duryea. The only one known in existence. One of the first driver's licenses, one of the first license plates. Driving gloves. Pretty insane. $3,500 in 1906. Second car to ever cross the United States. I loved getting to see all these presidential cars. Which one is your favorite? It is beyond wild to me that there's a Bugatti Type 41 Royale sitting here just in the corner. Only 6 of these were ever built total, and this is one of 2 in the US. Well, y'all, I spent about 5 hours in the Henry Ford Museum just now. That was an incredible experience. I mean, it's so much more than just cars. If you ever get a chance to check it out, it's right here in Dearborn, Michigan. I highly, highly recommend it. That was such a great experience.
I read everyone who purchased a foreign plot tour ticket, please head inside the museum entrance.
Next stop, Louie's Pizza. I'm really looking forward to this one. A couple of friends of mine that are musicians in Nashville as well, Detroit natives, and they said this is one of the best old school places around here to get pizza. A lot of people on Reddit also recommended it, so looking forward to trying this one out for sure. I thought we were gonna try Louie's Pizza, but apparently we're not. Until next time, Louie's, I will be back to Detroit, and I will be back to Louie's. Just look at this place. I think now we might go check out the Ford House out in St. Clair Shores, Michigan. See how far that is away from here. And then on my way back in, I'll probably go ahead and get some food from the other pizza place that I heard was really good. Michigan and Trumbull, or Turnbull, or something like that. I'm gonna have to look it back up. On the road again. Bean just can't wait to get on the road again. 662 miles in, doing great. Here we are at Michigan and Trumbull Pizza. So while I was looking forward to Louie's, I'm also looking forward to this one. I think this is gonna be really good. Good morning, y'all. It's the final day of the trip with the Red Bean. I pretty much just woke up, rolled out of bed, and loaded up the car, so that's why I look like I just woke up, because I did. But anyway, we're gonna head on home today. We're gonna take the interstate. We're gonna see how the Bean does. We're gonna stop by Lake Erie first. It's called Detroit Beach, the little area I'm going to. It's about 40 minutes away from here. So we're gonna stop there on the way in, and then we're gonna be headed on home. Y'all stick with us. We got a little bit more to go on this journey. Here we are at William Sterling State Park. This is in Monroe, Michigan. We're right on the shores of Lake Erie. I figured since I was this close, I might as well go check it out and say that I've seen Lake Erie. I'm bringing y'all with me. There it is, Lake Erie. I'm gonna go ahead and walk out to the shore. It's cold, rainy, and all the above, but much of like grills and stuff out here. I bet you this is a popular hangout in the summer. Look out east. Here we are, the shores of Lake Erie. Sure doesn't look like a lake. This really does feel like an ocean beach. Let's see how cold the water is. I'm gonna get my shoes wet, but ain't much colder than the rain is, I can tell you that. There they all go. Got some road construction going on, passing through Cincinnati. It's pretty interesting. They got 2 lanes of the interstate over here and 1 right here, singled out. This is the way that the Waze told me to go. Said it would be a lot faster, and it seems like it is, so glad I went ahead and listened to it. We got about 4 hours and 15 minutes to go till I get home. I got 1 more stop to make to get some gas. 979 miles so far. We're coming up on 1,000 miles. I'll be interested to see if this thing just zeroes itself back out or if it gets stuck on 9999. I bet it just flips over. It's interesting to me that it doesn't have an extra place for 1,000ths. Here we are, 9999. And back to 0. Yep. So we made it 1,000 miles officially. We just passed through Florence, Kentucky. So we have about 250 or so miles to go until we get home. I ended up driving around Detroit for between 150 and 200 miles just all around the metro area, checking out all the sites and everything. So it's actually going to be more than 1,000 miles that the $1,000 Red Bean is going to make. All right, we just rolled over 169,000 miles, 154 miles past 1,000, so now we're at 1,154 total, making our way through Kentucky. Turned out to be a beautiful evening after all that nasty rain this morning through Michigan and Ohio. There's the Portland Welcome Center. That means that we are about to cross over into Tennessee. And there it is. Tennessee welcomes you. It is 5:57, 1,221 miles since we left on Monday, and today is Thursday. Just a little bit more to go. We'll have this journey wrapped up. Red Bean is still doing great. What a cool little $1,000 investment, y'all. Took me on one of the most fun trips that I've ever had in my life. Here we are in the home stretch. Not even really a stretch, we're home. This is home. Crossing that driveway, that means the red bean made it. $1,000 auction car made it 1,261 miles as is. Pretty awesome. I really like this little car, actually. Definitely proved itself on that road trip. What a good time. Thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out with me on this trip. If you enjoyed this video, please help me out by clicking like, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with your friends. See y'all next time.